At the University of South Carolina Sumter, our faculty and staff are dedicated to helping our USC Aiken students reach their goals, whatever they may be. Once a student designates their desire to pursue a bachelor's degree in education through the USC Aiken program, Christina Lunsman, the program coordinator on the Sumter campus, guides and advises students throughout their college journey.
The decision to become a teacher is a really big one, and for a lot of students, it is a difficult one because they know that they're becoming a very specific thing. They feel like sometimes that they are pigeonholed into becoming a teacher. So the first thing that we do when a student decides they want to go into education is we talk about all of the options. When you're first here at Sumter, you can think about, do I want to be a coach? Do I want to be a teacher? Do I want to work in education policy? Do I want to become a school psychologist? So right off the bat, I get to have those conversations with our Sumter students. And then once students decide, I want to be a classroom teacher and I really would like to work with children in the pre-K through 6th grade setting, then we can decide, do they want to do early childhood or do they want to do elementary? And so I get to have those conversations with students where we discuss the differences between child development in the early childhood stage and the elementary stage. And so I really, in the early years, serve as an advisor for those students. Once the students transition to Aiken and they've applied to the Aiken program and have become officially Aiken students, which is such a great thing about being here at Sumter, is you get to graduate with a 4-year Aiken degree without leaving home. Once they become Aiken students, then we work on professional development, becoming involved in the community, field experiences. I also am involved in helping them decide which classes they should take and that kind of thing. So I'm still an advisor, but in a much more specific role once they're Aiken students. And we are talking about things like taking the praxis exam, which is a requirement to be a part of the professional program. I have students that I work with as a study group. So a lot of really focused professional development once they become Aiken students. An exciting part about being a USC Aiken at Sumter student is we have two designated spaces for those students. The first is the classroom, and the classroom is set up to be a face-to-face classroom and also a distance learning environment. So students have kind of 3 types of classes they take. First are the face-to-face classes, so a lot of our math and science instruction is done here on campus. Then there are the fully online classes that you would take with an instructor that are asynchronous, you don't meet at a specific time. And then there are what we call group synchronous classes, where you as a student are here on campus with your colleagues, and then your professor is at a distance at either Aiken or Salkehatchie, because we partner with Salkehatchie as well. So that classroom is there for those different types of classes. And next door to the classroom, we have a teacher workroom. So the workroom has a computer and printer, it has curriculum resources, there are also lots of children's books in there, and as students express needs, we will continue to build up the resources that are available for students in that office. There's also a smartboard in the teacher workroom that is pretty similar to the models that are in the Sumter School District, and so students can use that smartboard to practice their lessons and to just kind of get familiar with it before they're in the classroom with students.
For our students working towards a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Dr. Santosh Nandi, along with 2 other business professors, assist Aiken students on the Sumter campus.
Here at Sumter, we teach first year and second year students, where they do the core courses, and going forward they need to decide on whether they have already intended to do a business program or not. So my job is to advise students to get on to do a business program going forward. So I help Sumter students to understand how the business courses will happen. Going forward, when they have taken business courses at Aiken, we call it BS in Management and BS in Accounting. So that's where I contribute in teaching those students. For example, we have two programs here at Sumter. One is a face-to-face program. We call it Aiken Business Program at Sumter, which means a student who has completed his requirements here at Sumter, they graduate. If they want to graduate with a management degree, they can join the BS program at Aiken, but they don't have to go to Aiken per se to take classes. So I will be teaching them those courses which I have specialized for here at Sumter campus. The other version would be the PC courses, where a student who after the first 2 years or completing the core requirements has joined the business program, but they want to do it fully online. So we have online courses which are offered as PC courses. So I teach a variety of courses in either PC mode or in ASB mode, as we call it, which is Aiken Business Program at Sumter. So these are the two courses.
Both our education and business students have access to all of the services that traditional USC Sumter students are offered. The Anderson Library is a valuable resource for research and knowledge. The library is home to the largest computer lab on campus, several study rooms for students to meet in small groups, archival collections, skilled professional staff, and essential research resources. The Anderson Library is also the location of our tutoring services, which are offered free to current students. Our science building is in the midst of a major renovation, with Phase 1 having been completed in 2020. Our new state-of-the-art laboratory hosts science labs and gives students the opportunity to perform experiments in a safer environment with more modern equipment that truly enhances the learning experience. For students with unique circumstances, we have a Student Disabilities Resource Center. The Resource Center provides accommodations to students with disabilities or impairments.
Disability Services helps facilitate the transition of students with disabilities to the university environment. We provide reasonable accommodations for each eligible student's needs in order to ensure equal access to all programs, activities, and services at USC.
From all of us at USC Sumter, we'd like to say thank you for joining us on our virtual tour today.